Today we're at 620 South Main Street. It's the 5-story building, office building. We have offices on most of the floors, some retail on the first floor. The 5th floor, which we have not shown much of yet, this floor here does not have an elevator other than a freight elevator that comes up. So all the things you'll see up here today, we'll be able to get out of here on the freight elevator. But we are looking for ideas of what to put on the 5th floor. Some of the things we've thought about have been like a wellness center, having red light therapy, float tanks, saunas, things such as that, maybe a little bit of weight equipment, but for the most part, just talking about wellness. We've also have concrete floors, concrete ceiling, and then we have brick walls and lots of windows all around. And so there is a tremendous amount that could happen up here. This could be a residence, which would be incredible. It could be, there's just a lot of different things it could be. It does have stairs that lead up to it. And then it has stairs that lead to the rooftop also that could have a deck put on it. This building is built extremely solid, lots of pillars all the way through, and it was used for manufacturing across all the floors at one time. And so it's able to handle heavy use. And so we're looking for ideas, things that you might think would be really good up here, having great views, lots of good sunlight, and just a great atmosphere. So this right here is an addressograph. These were made in the 1930s. They kind of hit their peak, 1940s, 1950s. What you would do is would have the address of your customer on one of these metal plates. You would then install these, and you would be able to stamp envelopes or letterheads with these plates to be able to send out, whether it was billing. It was considered a way to save having to write out all of those envelopes or letterheads. This is considered a faster way to do that. It is ancient compared to how we do things today, with most things being sent in email, and then even when we do self-address things, it spits right out on the printer. So it's hard to imagine, like when you look at this apparatus, it has buttons everywhere, it has multiple pieces of machinery, and this was all used to be able to save time when sending out billing. Some things age better than others. There's chairs up here that you definitely would not want to have in your house. I do remember as a kid having some chairs that look similar to this, but then other things age well. Like when you look at some of the tables and dressers, they're things that hold their value or sometimes even increase in value over time, and people would like to have these. And so when we look at up in this 5th floor, we basically have probably about a quarter of a house worth of furniture up here. And as soon as that freight elevator is working, we're gonna get all this stuff moved out. So this is something where we'll definitely take all of this down and go back to the brick. And this wall is a little bit different than the other walls as far as it has a thinner brick in it, but it'll still look a lot better. So there's several different kinds of brick in there, but we'll get this all taken off and get it back down to the brick and then glaze it. And it'll be a really nice looking area up here. And then the floor up here, we'll most likely put an epoxy floor down on this concrete floor up here, not carpet this if we're looking at having a wellness center. So found an old billing system here, something that's being billed for. Haven't figured out what they were billing for, but you grew up in a small community when you pull something like this out. And the first one I see is Dr. Ambrose, which is the doctor I attended when I was in grade school back in the 70s. And this is the date he's being billed is 1967, billed $100, the date that it was received, all handwritten out. So it's just interesting. Bi-County Title Company, which has been around for a long time, 1968's the bills on here. And that's just the first few I pulled out. But it's just always a trip down memory lane when you come across things from the community in which you grew up in. So that's a wrap of this floor. A lot of work left to do. This will be the last floor we tackle. And so we're moving to the 3rd floor now of this building. We're wrapping up the 2nd floor. We have people moving in next week. Actually on Saturday, we have people moving into the offices there. And then we will just work our way up. Once we get to this floor, we'll be looking at what we can do with this space that benefits the community.